Welcome to What If Wednesday, everybody. Today is a fun topic. We're going to talk about procrastination. And What If Wednesday is a quick little video I'm doing every Wednesday to ask a what if question to help us to be more creative. Did you know that you could develop your creativity if you feel like you're not creative? It's something that we can develop, and we can learn to be in a growth mindset or in divergent thinking, which is a way of thinking that helps us to see more possibilities. Why do we want to do this? Because it gets us out of our old in the box thinking, our old beliefs, and it helps us to create a life that we love and create things that are unique. So, topic for today. Today I've been posting some kind of unpopular ideas, and this one might be as well. But it's What If Wednesday. That's what it's for. So, what if your procrastination is actually trying to help you be more creative? Okay. So let me just explain a little bit. So I want to sometime talk a little bit more about procrastination and why we have it and what we could do about it. But I want us to think about if there is the possibility that our procrastination actually is our subconscious trying to get us to think divergently, trying to get us to think in a more broader way or in a more creative way, and to create something that we actually love instead of something that we just have to do. So, hear me out. I'm going to talk about this in a couple examples so that you can kind of get an idea. So, my first example is, and I want to start off by saying that, procrastination, most of the time, probably pretty much all of us struggle with it. It's not always great. Like, it's not, this scenario is not going to always be working for you. So procrastination is a thing that we struggle with, it is a thing, and I want to talk a little bit deeper about it later. But so, example number one of the possibility of your procrastination wanting to help you. I had a mentorship this past last year, where I mentored creative entrepreneurs, and one of my mentees, the person in the group, was really struggling at the end of the year with this creative project, and really, she wanted to do it. The will was there, but couldn't sort of bring herself to do it. And every time she sort of thought about it, she felt, like, I don't know why I don't want to do it. So this went on for a while. And finally she realized, oh, I don't like the subject that I'm working on. And she actually gave herself some time to be in that sort of open mode, right? That growth mindset. And this idea came, and this is a lot of times what happens, right? We get these aha moments when we let ourselves be in this sort of daydreamy mode. And so she had this idea for this thing that really lit her up. So it really motivated her to work on the project, and she felt so much more motivated and finished it and sold all the things. So there's this example of your subconscious, something in your subconscious knew that this subject wasn't gonna motivate her. It wasn't as fun as this other thing, right? Another second example is my friend and collaborator. She's working on a book right now with somebody else, and she just was feeling, this is a very motivated person, by the way. She's amazing. But she wasn't feeling motivated to kind of keep going, and she didn't know why. And so, she sort of as we all do, we kind of beat up on ourselves for this procrastination. We think it's our fault, right? Well, she ended up having this conversation, and it's funny because these ideas come when we're in flow. Okay, just FYI. But she was in this conversation with her collaborator, and a lot of people say that they get into flow when they're in conversation. So through this conversation, she actually started to come up with this idea. And, I always say that the question what if leads to amazing things. So whenever there was a amazing idea or invention, it always started with a what if. So she asked her collaborator, what if we did this? And it was a totally different idea that they hadn't thought of, but it made and they talked about it for like 2 hours, and it spurred all this motivation, all these ideas in her and in them. And as a result, the book is going to be so much deeper and richer. And yes, us in our linear thinking, we think, oh, it's going to be a pain to have to talk to the editors and change things. But do it. If it's going to be richer, if it's going to be more depth, more, something unique, this is what our internal intuition knows, right? And so, I just want to say, there's so much I could say about this, but we're keeping it short for What If Wednesday. Ask yourself, what if this feeling that I'm feeling of lack of motivation is actually my procrastination kind of wanting me to think bigger, to step out into that divergent thinking, right? Seeing more possibilities. Can I take some time to think about what if that's the case, So, we actually have internal motivation, intrinsic motivation in us. So there's different and I want to talk about this in the future, but there's different reasons why we can't access that motivation. But one of them, the creative process, this motivation, it can lead you through the creative process with ease. So just check in with yourself. If you're feeling not motivated, just ask yourself, do I feel like I have to do this? Or is there a different way? Is there something that I'm missing? And just step back. So I hope this has been a little bit of fun for you and interesting to sort of think about, what if my procrastination. Have you ever had, and you can write in the comments, have you ever had this happen to you? I've had this happen to me so many times, which is why I usually now give myself as much time to kind of process and think about things in that open mode. So, all right, have a great week.